So over the last 5 years, I've done more than 4,000 twin flame readings. Something that one of my spirit guides said to me today is this: every single person on the twin flame journey is essentially an old soul repaying or rebalancing old karmic debt. This doesn't mean anything bad in the doom and gloom sense, as in like the universe is trying to punish you, but it essentially means that twin flames come here with a very specific purpose that is tied into their soul history. Essentially a way of rebalancing and repaying your karma. You in past lives have lived out of alignment with the frequency of unconditional love. You spend your life very unaware of how you have affected other people, essentially acting out of alignment with your own heart and soul. And so it's not that the universe punishes you by putting you on a twin flame journey in the next lifetime, but it's essentially your soul looking at your past lives, looking at your life review, and saying, I would like to mend this. I would like to heal the reason that I chose to act in that way in that lifetime, hurt those people, or have this kind of unconscious effect on others. So it's very much the soul wanting to take responsibility for that and to live a life of unconditional love and to create the twin flame union in the physical 3D world. Because it works twofold, right? Like the soul is learning healing on a very deep level and is learning to forgive themselves and step back into the frequency of love. And at the same time, it has this effect of healing the collective karma because you are coming here as a twin flame with that mission to anchor the frequency of unconditional love, which is why so many people who are drawn to the twin flame journey come with that struggle. Be experiencing many karmic patterns or loops or separation in your twin flame connection because you can't really hurt others without hurting yourself. This lifetime, that soul has to learn unconditional self-love. And the reason self-love is so hard is because we have been out of alignment with the energy of love for so long. So it's essentially a very great clearing and healing that is happening on a collective level. And that is also why I say that union is inevitable and union is your birthright. Because union is not a reward per se for doing all this healing work, but it's almost like your soul having to take that journey to get back to the frequency of unconditional love, not because the universe is rewarding you, but because you have gotten yourself back to your natural state through that act of self-love and through that journey of forgiving yourself. This is particularly why the closer you get to that timeline of physical union, you feel lighter, you feel more guilt-free, you feel more loving, like you have dissolved so much of your old karma, you have healed so many karmic patterns within yourself. Have really learned how to love and forgive yourself and others in a very unconditional way. That is the exact energy that facilitates physical union to manifest. Definitely can't be brushed over that self-love is not one of the most important core components of this process, because it actually does no use to anyone else or anyone in the collective to beat yourself up for mistakes that you have made in past lives or ways that you have been out of alignment. So for a lot of divine feminines, they'll see their divine masculine kind of mirroring back to them how they were in past lives. It creates a position where you have to have such a level of self-compassion and self-love for all the triggers that you're going through, as well as you develop a very beautiful understanding and compassionate perspective towards those who are struggling and those who are in pain. So why often inside my group coaching membership, I talk so strongly about embodying self-love through accepting the desire that you have for union and seeing it as your birthright, seeing it as something that is inevitable the more you move towards it through acts of self-love every single day, because it does not benefit anyone or the collective to stay stuck in an energy of struggle or despair. The more happiness that you can anchor within yourself will benefit every single other person on the planet. You can begin acting and embodying the mindset that your twin flame union coming about in the physical 3D world will be healing not just to you, but to your twin flame and all of the people around you. You can start to feel good about it and attract it from that frequency instead of feeling guilty or doubtful about it. Let me know in the comments your questions, and of course, follow for more.